Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show. This is T-Bone here, logging in with another live stream for the 2nd of January 2024. Happy New Year to everybody. Merry Christmas as well. Merry Christmas, T-Bone. Yeah, but it's January, I know. I still celebrate it. Tough. You'll have to get used to it. We are back. Yes, we are back. It's wonderful to be back. I've got my regulars in chat already there. I've got hello to Wolfgang, hello to Kuba, and also hello to Mom. Hello, Mom. She's waving. So we are back with some Derail Valley for a brand new year and a brand new season, I suppose you could say. So without further ado, let's get started, shall we? Okay, so here we go. So we're picking up exactly from where we left off last time. Wolfgang said he's moved into a studio, no longer in Mom's basement. Yeah, I'm upgrading now, you know. I'm starting to become more famous. Anyway, it's a miserable day in the valley, as you can see. But last time we found this little gem, a DM3. What? What's a DM3, T-Bone? Okay, let me explain. It is a diesel mechanical engine. So it's got a diesel engine, but it's transmitted through a manual gearbox. Now, I have not driven this. I've got the license for it, but I've not driven it. Anyway, door! Would you like to be shown around the controls? Well, just for stream purposes, why not? Enable electrics. Enable starter. Dashlight. Yeah, it is pretty miserable in the UK today, you're absolutely right. Look, dashlight. Yeah, press E to continue. Oh, okay. Cab light. Yes, please. Hey, I can see what I'm doing. Right, wipers. Well, we're going to need those. Wipers too. And good evening, Rod. Media mogul. What, me? No, come on. Okay, that's a bit squeaky. Right. Lights. Here. And here. And here. And here. Enable starter. Monitor on till 2 bar. Okay, now what? Gently apply throttle. Slight problem. Dude, slight problem. Turntable. Hang on. Hang on. No, I need to... Yeah. How do I... Oh, you know, I've forgotten. Ah, there we go. Door. It's been that long. Yeah. I will do. Return to the vehicle. No. Just let me turn the turntable, will you? Goodness. Oh, okay. Thank you. Does that mean I'm going to have to start it again? You never know. Anyway, I need to turn you. We'll go on to future plans in a minute. Now let's get this loco out and start getting some form of job together or working through it. Right, here we go. Oh, not again. Right. I just enabled the electrics, you spanner! Thanks, game! Right. Dashlight, yes. I've got it. Thank you. E. Yep. Cab light. Yes, I've looked at the cab light. Yes, I've looked at the wipers. Yes, yes. Right, enable starter. That's what I did before. Okay, monitored that. Right, gently apply the throttle. Look. Look at the RPM. It's going up. No kidding, because I've pressed the throttle. What you didn't tell me to do, game, was remove the handbrake. I love tutorials in this game. Press E to continue. Have you quite finished? I think it has. Right, let's go. Right, so if I go into forwards now, it will start creeping forwards because it's already in gear. The gearbox is here. I've got 2 levers here to play with. So I'm just going to creep forward onto this turntable. No, I don't need that. There she is. So I've done a little bit of research. This appears to be very similar to basically a British Rail Class 3. Which I think goes back to 1950s? Something like that. But you can see the engine is actually driving this connector, driving the connecting rod. Okay, independent brake. But I think this could be a lot of fun. Particularly trying to work out the gearbox. Because the gearbox is weird on this. Absolutely strange. As all hell. What do I want? I think I want it this way. There we go. Okay, independence off. It will start creeping again. Right, back in the cab. Okay, let's give it a little bit of throttle. So it's a bit like driving a car. In the sense that I'm in first gear right now. Which means she'll do about 10 miles an hour. Want it to go any faster, I have to do this. I have to change gears. But I have to be very careful when I change down. I could blow the gearbox. No, there's no clutch in this. If I change gears while the throttle's engaged, it will grind the gear. And I'll prove that in a minute. Okay, decent view though. Now, I know there's a really weird gearing sequence on this. It doesn't make any sense. And I can't remember what it is. So, yeah. Okay, so brakes on. Hoofer doofer. Okay. Into reverse. That could potentially happen, yes. You can potentially blow the gearbox. Very, very easily in this thing. If you change down too quickly, and you change down to the wrong gear, bang. So, hooray! More explodey train action. Alright, so we're in first gear. Okay, so throttle's applied. Now, if I go down here and change it, listen. You hear that? That's me grinding the gears. So what you have to do is you have to make sure that you come off the throttle before changing gear. Oh, what fun. I've been looking forward to driving this, actually, because, yeah, there are certain... Hang on, I seem to have white lights at the front. Ooh. Oh. 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 Hello. Uh-oh. Slight technical hitch, ladies and gentlemen. We've crashed the desktop. The game's gone. T-Bone, yeah, you're an idiot. Oh, thanks. So I'm going to crash the desktop. Oh, that's lovely. Marvellous. You know, this is how you have to manage these things. Who says live streaming is easy? Brilliant. Anyway, that gives me a little bit of time to catch up with chat while it loads. Let's see. Wolfgang's catching up. He's only 9 subs behind me. That's brilliant. Well done, Wolfgang. Apparently he's been having problems with his drives. I assume hard drives. Okay, close that. Start. Crash the computer. Oh dear. I'll tell you what, you've cursed this stream. That's what you've done, Wolfgang. You've cursed it. It's all your fault. You had one job. One freaking job. Okay, we appear to be back now. Let me go back into the game. Come on. Come on, OBS. Wake up. Wake up. Thank you. Right. Okay, brakes off. Here we go. Oh, you... Dumph! And I've stalled it. I've stalled it. I just went, all right, I'll put it in reverse. Dunk, stalled. Oh, I told you, we're going to have fun with this. Right, okay. Into reverse. Right, I'm definitely in first gear. I know that much. I know where first gear is. Okay, here we go. Although it has to be said, guys, Satisfactory is a very demanding game on your PC because when it was updated to Unreal Engine 5. Oh my word! It seems to take all of the resources in the world, as it were. All right. Okay, let's see what happens if I do this and then do this. Is that next gear? I have no idea. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But it's lovely to see the regulars here. It's lovely to see Rod and Cuba and Wolfgang. It's great. I'm glad you guys show up on stream. It's wonderful when I stream. It's wonderful. Okay. All right, we're getting up in speed now. The lightning in Satisfactory, or are you talking about Derail Valley? Oh, I have no idea. I think rear light should be this way. Oh, here's a good question. Is it compatible with the remote? Where are you? Doesn't look like it. No. So you're right. So your computer decided it was a good idea that your hard drives for storing your games wasn't connected anymore. Well, that was nice of it. Wondered if you're in a fit state after Sunday night. If you don't know what Rod's talking about, and Wolfgang was also there to witness this. I'll get to it. I will get to it. I'll tell you the story in a minute. Okay, so... Whoa, hang on. Where are we going? I have no idea. I'm just going to put some brakes on. Okay, turn the engine off. What? Where's the cutoff? Is that it? There you go. Okay, that's great. Right then. Door! Okay, let's go. That's one way of putting it. So, New Year's Eve, I was home alone. I know. Oh, you were home? Yes, I was home alone. My mother went out with her friends. My friends are all busy with their own plans. So yeah, and I haven't got a significant other to spend it with. So yeah, I was home alone. So Colonel Failure, bless him, he decided to live stream baseball. What is it? Electrosport, yeah, on his Electrosport channel, Super Mega Baseball 4, I think it is. Okay, let's get to the station and have a look at some jobs. So I thought, okay, well, I'm on my own. The other thing is that my mother, bless her, has got an issue to do with her balance. And she started taking medication. And the medication explicitly says, do not drink alcohol. Now, we've still got a couple of bottles of stuff. But the bandit's trying to get in. Still got a couple of bottles of alcohol left over from Christmas. So I'm thinking, well, I need to be a dutiful son then and help her with it. Right. So I came up with this drinking game, and it was every time a run was scored, I'd take a drink. Okay. And I started on Bailey's, and I poured myself a glass of Bailey's. But the first game, there was something like 18 runs. So I'm thinking, okay, I've got to change the rules here. I'm thinking, I'm not going to last the night otherwise. So I changed the rules that if basically the team I was supporting, which was Bulldozer Power, got a run, I'd take a drink. If the opponents scored a team, I'd take a sip of Diet Coke and maybe some snacks. So depending on how the game went, depending on how sober or how inebriated I was. The other thing is, the second team, the opposing team, did rather well. So I ended up feeling rather bubbly and fizzy inside. Every hit, oh my goodness, no, absolutely not. Okay, so what do we have on the table? A lot. We've got some shunting, which could be quite fun. It would be a good idea to do that, actually, and 750 drinks later. No. I think it ended up with having... I had a wine glass, and I had it about a third full because it's quite a big glass. So I had ended up with a glass of Bailey's. I had a glass of port, and that was enough because I'm lightweight. Okay, one pickup. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. No problem. Right, I need to figure out where that is. SL70. Let's have a look. I've got remote dispatch. Let me have a look at where SL70 is. SL70. You can't see this icon. But if you do play Derail Valley, go to Nexus Mods Remote Dispatch, and it's a fantastic mod. SL70. It's not in the E yard. It doesn't appear to be in the G yard. Doesn't appear to be in the D yard either. Where the heck is this thing? Oh, it's there. It's in the C yard, which, funnily enough, is what I'm backing up to. Okay, well that's good. So, but there's a job that apparently looks like there's a job ahead of it. Oh, fantastic! That's all I need. Okay, that's fine. Right then, let's validate this. Have I got the job? FH. Hang on. What's all this? Freight hall? I don't remember that. Is that a job I've already done? Yeah, it was completed. Oh, I didn't hand it in. Oops. All right. That's SL70. Thank you. This must be also a completed job. Yep, it is. That was from last time. Thank you very much. I'll take the money then. Right, where are we? 20 to 3 Valley time. $29 views from 1,000. That's brilliant, Wolfgang. You've obviously cracked the formula when it comes to satisfactory. Okay, so I need to go over here. Yeah, because if I check the job, it will say C1S. In fact, what I tend to do off stream, if I have time and if I do think about it, is I tend to prepare the jobs in advance. And one of the things I do is I make sure that all the shunting jobs are done. Why? Well, there's a very good reason for it. What it does is it actually prepares other jobs in the yard potentially. Okay, starter please. I can turn the wipers off now. Excellent. Good stuff. Well done. I know I've had a lot of encouragement from various people and it's been great. I've just taken a bit of time off over the Christmas period, which so many people do. I think I can swap the gears a bit further down. Okay, Hoofer Doofer. No, not you. You. No, no, no. I want Hoofer Doofer, please. Thank you. There we go. Okay, so Kuba alluded to it. What are my plans? Okay, plans. Well, we're back in the valley for a start. So that I'm looking to do that frequently. It'd be nice to get it done once a week on a Tuesday night and have that as a regular thing. I'm looking to introduce some flight simulation and air traffic control. That's one of those areas are definitely things I want to do. But with flight simulation, it will be more commercial aviation. I've recently joined a virtual airline. I've joined British Airways Virtual, which I was a member of umpteen years ago. And I managed to get all the way to senior captain. I ended up with about 500-600 hours flying, 500-600 hours logged. So I'm starting from the ground, basically from the ground floor, as a rookie first officer. Possibly, I'm looking at some sim racing. That might be an idea. Although, to get into that, you're starting to look at wheel and pedals, and I've been looking at some of the wheels and pedals, and good grief, it's eye-watering money. So I'm thinking, nice, but be patient. Because I'd love to do things like a Assetto Corsa, for example. And, you know, proper sort of PC racing sim. Otherwise, I might be looking for maybe some sort of strategy game or building or something like that. Satisfactory is something I'd like to get back to. I've still got to do that spreadsheet. But the one thing I'm finding at the moment is sleep is an interesting thing for me at the moment. It seems to last for a lot longer than I'd like. Which for most people, you think, well, that's a problem. Oh, trust me, it's a problem, all right. Okay, so I need to shift. This is an H32. I need to shift this out of the way. Okay. Now, the nice thing is, because of the torque, so I can put this into forward. I can take the independent off. And it will start pulling, believe it or not. I need to give it a bit of throttle. Oh, there's a handbrake somewhere. Right, who's squealing? Oh, hello. You are. Not anymore. Okay, so I'm slowly moving this. Hang on. Out of the way. That's that's a fairly long consist as well. Is there a pig stuck? Huh? What? What are you talking about? I haven't heard from D for a long time. I'll get back in touch with him, see how he's doing, because I know he was having problems with his health. Okay, let's get in. So it is pulling, it's just taking its time. Also, it takes a while for the engine to run down, so just going to keep a little bit of throttle. Right, okay. Hey, hello. Okay, this is probably driving. This is probably a bit of a nice optical illusion. Because I'm running forwards, but the train's going in the opposite direction. So when you look at the ground, you're going, huh, you're hardly moving. Yeah, I know. It's good, isn't it? Okay, good. Right, so I need to switch this out of the way. Oi! Come back here! The runaway train went over the hill and she blew. That's the horn. Oh dear. I think we can do better than that. Okay, so into reverse. Brakes off. I think this is one of these, again, this is non-self-lapping. Yeah, it is. Okay. I'm just going to push it and I'll push it in the same gear. Hey, here we go. It's fine. It's fine. This isn't dangerous at all. It's absolutely fine. Oh. Open windows. Hey! Not squeaky, though. Okay, this is where we hope we've switched it correctly. Turn right. Now, in terms of flight sim videos, I'm thinking of maybe doing, actually doing the flight, recording it, editing it, and then putting it up. Because streaming it, it's fine if it's about an hour's flight, but then you've got all the pre-flight preparations to do. Which, considering I'll be flying an Airbus 320 primarily for a while, and maybe even a 787. Now, if it's a short flight, like an hour, that's fine. You can do those. Oh, you said squealing. Got it. Okay, I'll take a brake set. Okay, there we go. Door. Thank you. See, proper door scuba. Good, innit? None of these excuses. Right, so that gets rid of that. Now we can go and get the job. Why am I squealing? Brakes off. That might help. Yep, might. Yeah, there's a lot of pigs going on in this stream. Lots of bacon. That's what I like about the Bonanza. It takes 2 minutes to start up. No, not an A320. It doesn't. It takes more like 20 minutes from cold to go through everything. And I am that kind of person. I like going through that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'll check the fire. I'll check the fire systems working and all that kind of stuff. Okay, here we go. But you are right. The light aircraft are generally a lot easier to set up. But I do need to sort out my flight controls. That's the other thing. And get those programmed in. Okay, here we go. I do like the engine braking. That's quite nice. Oh, you flew... Oh, there's a town in Spain called Bonanza. The only thing I think is an old Western TV show. I've got very vague recollections of it when I was a child, particularly the theme song. Dun 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 dun. You know, that thing. But yes, after that drinking game, basically I hibernated. It was a lovely sleep. Oh, that was a bit of a spicy dunk. Hang on. Oh, thank you. Yep, you're all right. You're all right. There we go. Perfect. Okay, and that's going to keep it under... That's going to compress it as well. Because it's still in gear. It's quite nice, that. Okay, where are we taking this then? We're taking it to the loading yard. Okay, so let's go down here. That's the autopilot, and I know how to avoid it. Although I've been watching various stories to do with air crash investigation and that kind of stuff, and oh man, there was one, and I think it's the longest. I think it's the longest glide of a commercial aviation of a passenger jet, and it was incredible. They had to glide it from about 30,000 feet down to a runway. So it was all hand flying, and I have to say, hats off to the flight crew for doing that. That's incredible. You know, a lot of people talk about automation to do with set that to a high altitude. Yeah. Although if you're flying visual, then you need to be below the clouds by right. Anyway, but yeah, a lot of people talk about automation. I mean, we've got they've got self-driving cars coming in and all this kind of stuff. But the thing is that I don't know whether some of these automated systems are great, but I do think no, it wasn't in Canada. It was flying across the Atlantic. And I think it was going. I think it did start off in Canada, Wolfgang, and it was going to Lisbon. And about halfway across the Atlantic, the engine started to fail. And I can't remember the reason why. I don't know whether it was a fuel problem. I think it was a fuel leak. Yeah, it's the one heading to the Azores. That's the one. But they managed to glide it down to the runway. Because yeah, I mean, you've got all these automated systems, but for goodness sakes, if there's a fuel leak, would you expect the plane to go, "Oh, hang on, I need to land"? I wouldn't trust it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Planes can land themselves, and they do it in very low visibility weather, like fog and stuff. You can see Category 3 landings, which literally is the plane's on autopilot and lands itself on the instrument landing system. And you can do those approaches, when the visibility is below minima. Oh, in answer to your question, Wolfgang, when it comes to VFR is basically to do with it's visual flight rules, so therefore it is to do with the minimum visual range, as well as it being, I think it's about a height. There also has to be a minimum height above ground that you can actually fly. I think it's 1,000 feet. So if the cloud base is below 1,000 feet, then you shouldn't be able to fly. But I can't remember exactly what the minimum visual range is for VFR. I'd have to look it up. That was the one in Canada to do with the misunderstanding during refueling. The one to the Azores was a fuel leak. They did have the right amount of fuel, and it's because the airline, I think the airline had recently changed over to kilograms in fuel. instead of pounds, and I think that, yeah, there was. It'd only taken half the amount. I think they landed it, though. I seem to remember they did land it. Otherwise, the other one that's an absolute miracle was British Airways Flight 9, which flew through volcanic ash. And they had, you know, the crew had no idea that's what was going on. And again, they managed to land it, even though the volcanic ash basically sandblasted the front of the aircraft, and they could hardly see through the windscreen. Okay, I'm going to go subtle here. Right, D7L. Wait, what? What do you mean I haven't connected my train? Yes, I have. It's all right. According to the dispatcher, I haven't connected my train. Yes, I have. Stop it. Right, D7. That's going to be this way. I've had some good conversations with people in chats of various live streams, particularly Colonels as well. Because I watched Mountain Blade on Saturday, and then I watched the Electro Sports on Sunday. Because I did think about streaming New Year's Eve, but when I saw the Colonel was doing it, I'm thinking, no, I wouldn't interfere. I might do one of my streams where I start talking about flight accidents. Is that other people, or is that your own, Wolfgang? Oh, was that too near the knuckle? Oh dear. Meanwhile, a couple of years ago, I turned another year older. Whether I'm another year wiser, that's a very good question. I have no idea. Yeah. Although one of the best channels for it, there's two actually. There's Mentor Pilot, who does some fantastic air crash investigation videos, and the other one has to be. I'm just thinking. The other one I've been watching is Green Dot Aviation. The only thing I'm not keen on with Green Dot Aviation is it tends to use a lot of emotive language, which I think is unnecessary unless it is trying to build tension. That's the only reason I can think. Otherwise, no. There's no reason for it whatsoever. I'll just take this up a little bit. So, sun setting in the valley, as you can see. Come on, faster, faster. Well, it's not so bad shunting in the yard. It seems basically you just set it in a gear and off you go. Unless it's just taking a lot of weight. I haven't watched mini air crash investigation. No. Is that the one? Is that the one where the pilot says, "Hold on a minute, lads, I got a great idea." Somebody's thinking, "Where does that come from?" I know it. I know it. I know it. I know it. Classic movie. Somebody's going to get it in the chat. I know they are. And it's right at the end. Yes, he is Swedish, indeed. Mentor Pilot is indeed Swedish. Seems like a nice guy, Petter. I like the way how he explains things, and he's very in depth. Hey, Rod's got it. It is indeed the Self-Preservation Society. The original Italian Job. I haven't seen that film in a long time. But believe it or not, Austin didn't want to be involved in the film. So they sold the minis at trade price, and that was it to the film crew. But they didn't really want to be involved with it because they thought, well, we don't want to be involved with crime. Oh, for goodness sake! Even though the movie did pretty well, has to be said. Yeah, you're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. That's one of my favourite bits, as well as obviously the prison scenes as well were great. So Wolfgang's flown on a plane that meant a pilot was flying. That's cool. Otherwise, sometimes I watch 7-4 Gear, which is Kelsey, an American pilot. Now, my guess is we're going to have to load this and then put it somewhere. But this is a nice, gentle introduction to the loco before all chaos ensues. Okay, where are we putting this? Into the E-yard. Okay, thank you. I can enter from there. Good lord. All right, into forwards. I'm probably going to need to come down the gears. Okay, brakes off. No, that's too high. Stop it. Okay, let's get this shifting. Let's Need for Speed this bad boy. Okay, well, that doesn't give us much. Okay, that gives us a bit more speed. Oh, he asked whether you're right. So Petter asked whether the cockpit door was open after he landed. Okay, he asked whether you're interested in planes. Okay, and that's where you remember him. Yeah. I wonder which airline he flies for. The other one that's really fascinating to watch, which is real world, is approach and departure videos, which is a German pilot. He flies for Eurowings. That's really, really interesting. There was one landing into Newcastle, which was quite hairy. And there's another one, I think he went to Lapland. And the amount of snow and ice on the ground, and he had to taxi very cautiously. Yeah, that was good. That was interesting to watch. Okay, let's have a look. I think we've passed the switch. Yeah, I think we have. Right. I grab some brake, please? Okay, so that should be far enough. I'm just going to refresh. Okay, now it's displaying correctly. Okay, so E40. That's that one. That one. And that one. Right, can I... Yeah. Oi! Loco! Stop! Stop! It's unruly, this thing. Do as you're told. Otherwise you won't get any pudding. Can you imagine me as a father? Something tells me my children wouldn't like me. I would be too strict. Yes, hello son, you're just coming from school. That's great. Okay, get your homework done, and then then you can play games. But Dad, no, homework now. Get your work done, then you can play all you like. Can you tell I trained as a teacher? Oh dear. Yeah, been there, done it, got the t-shirt and got out. Whether I'd ever go back in the classroom, I have no idea. I think my experience from teaching was, because I was trained as a music teacher, my experience of teaching was it was a lot of crowd control and administration. It was only when you were teaching students from kind of mid-teens upwards that had actually chosen to do the subject did it get interesting. Because then, you know, they're there because they've chosen to be there. I mean, it's a bit different if you're teaching something like English or mathematics or one of the core subjects. But for a lot of people, music is what happens when you press play on an iPod or Spotify or whatever. I don't think they could have sat down and, for example, composed the intro music like I did, like I've done. Although I don't know so much, you know, modern tech. That's one thing modern technology's done. It's democratized music. It's made it a lot easier to access. Okay, is that coming into E4? Have I got it right? Yeah, I have. Brilliant. Okay. So I can drop the gearing down. Just dump the air. That'll do. Okay, door. Thank you. I'm tempted to get a mod to change these couplings over to knuckle couplings. Okay, there's the cloud hands done. Right, brake on. All right then. Right, first job of the evening complete. In well, relatively quick time, considering this is an unfamiliar engine to me. I'm just going to stick it there and go for it. So far, no dramas. Hey! I know! I know! Second job in a stream! Because normally I do 2 jobs in a stream, but, you know, we never know. We might actually get more than 2 jobs done. Yeah, it's only been an hour. Okay, right, let's get out. Door. Engine cut off, please. Right. Okay, let's hand this one in. Let's see how we've done. Because I did take it quite slow and careful. It needed to be done in 14 minutes. I did it in 37. Yeah, it has. Nearly an hour. I know, time flies, doesn't it? Okay, there you go. So, not much. What other shunts have we got? We've got 3. Unload and store a train with methane. Ooh, that's Hazmat 2. I can't do it. I don't have Hazmat 2. At least I don't think I do. Fees. Okay, I don't have a lot to pay. Cancel. Licenses. Which licenses do I have? Almost all of them. Ooh, I do have Hazmat 2. I don't have Hazmat 3 yet. Okay. So I could do that, but no, I've tricked it away now. I think let's have a look. Unload a store train with tractors. No. I'm looking for load if I'm doing shunting. Unload and store. No. Okay, let's see what sort of job I can put together. Let's see where things are going. Ooh. Lots of jobs to the food factory. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs. We've got 3 jobs going to the goods factory. 4 jobs going to the goods factory. Wow. Let me just have a look at the map. That'd be the long way to go, though, wouldn't it? Yeah. I think maybe the food factories looks like a good bet. Machine factory. Oh, there's a couple of ones here. Unload and store. No. No. Unload and store. No. I want to load. So then you get more jobs. Okay, there's goods factory as well. Goods factory, goods factory, goods factory, goods factory. There are so many jobs going up to food factory. That's the logistics hall, which is empty cars. It looks to me like it's going to be this lot. Food factory, food factory, food factory, food factory, and food factory. Okay, what do we got? We have nitrogen. Good. We have some Omni containers. Okay, good. We have more some Omni containers. Good. Got some empty cars. Okay. And some more some Omni containers. Right. What's the weight of this lot? That's a good question. Okay, break out the calculator. He says. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Now we have. Just give me a sec. Let me lay these jobs out properly. Okay, that's a logistical hall, which is empty. Also, those are empty. Oh, I'm hauling empties. Wow. Apart from nitrogen. She's probably going to go up the front. Okay, so I need to put this train together. And then decide what to haul it with. Okay, let's have a look. Right, so. 360. No, go away. 363. I want, no, not from the, oh, for goodness sake. It's all right, just a minute. Yes, I want the calculator app. Thank you. I want this. All right. Right, so we have got, no, don't do. How many coal plants do you think 4 normal coal nodes can support? Okay, with a Mark II miner, normal coal nodes with a Mark 1 is 30 per minute. Mark II is 60 per minute on that. So each one will support 4 coal plants without any overclocking. Because coal power plants run at 15 per minute. So there's your answer. Okay, so 363 plus 187 plus 153. Okay, plus 51 plus 53. 800 tons. That's a pretty good weight. It's not bad at all. 800 tons going to the food factory. Yeah, okay. That's a good deal. I don't think I think the DM3 might be able to shunt it. Whether it can haul it, I doubt. I seriously doubt. Okay. But yeah, so we're taking... Okay. So if I have a look at my tab bar now, there's a couple of things I need to get rid of on my tab bar. Because it's 5 jobs. So, uno. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I need to get rid of you. So I'm going to get... Right, okay, thank you. Okay, so I want to take... Yeah, I want to take this job. This job. This job. This job. And this job. Right, we got a lot of shunting to do, guys. We've got to put a train together. In the dark. Okay, what time is it? Okay, about 11:15. Time to bring back the grunt machine. Yes, absolutely. In fact, oh, I've got space for a torch. Okay. Hopefully this torch is charged. Good grief. Yes, it is. There we go. Right. Yeah. All right. Where did I park it? I know it's over here somewhere. Help. Oh, there she is. For a minute, I'd lost you. All right, let's enter. Do you know what machine I'm referring to? Well, I assume this, but who knows? Okay, so I want to put the nitrogen at the front. So hang on. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Containers, 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 logistical. Right. So what I'm looking at on my bar here, taskbar here, that's the front of the train. This heads to the back of the train. Okay. 38 grand in the wallet. Okay, fine. Right. Now, we need to look for FH51 first. Okay. Let me have a look at my map. Extra power thingy without cab. Slug. The slug's not compatible with the DM3. Nice idea, though. Nitrogen. We are looking for, let's say, FH51. Okay, 51's not in the E yard. Not in the G yard. Saves so much time, this. FH51 is in the D yard. It's in D60. Well, could either be a great success or it could be an unmitigated disaster if I try to haul this with a DM3. So I need to pull the DM3 just forward of that switch. Okay. All right. Well, starter's on. Why can't I start the train? Oh, there we go. What? It's weird, this thing. I love it, though. But my goodness, it's a bit odd. It's definitely an odd duckling. Okay, Indy off. Okay, Hoofer the Doofer. Okay, and we are good. Now. Ah, there we go. 18 views to 1,000. He's counting down. Are you refreshing the page while you're watching the stream? Is that the plan? Is that what you're doing? Bless him. Okay, so we're going for the nitrogen. He's going, refresh, 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 refresh. Come on, 1,000, come on, 1,000, come on, 1,000. That's what he's doing. He's just jumping up and down in his chair. He's like, yeah, come on. Yeah, absolutely. I remember the first video that got over 1,000 views, and I was stunned, absolutely stunned. It was like, yeah, and that's after there was a prominent YouTube channel that gave me a mention on his Facebook page, and the next thing you know, I woke up the next morning. I was like, what? What the hell's happened? So yeah, it is a huge moment when you start getting it's even when videos, you know, when you first start out and you're getting maybe 20 views, 30 views, you're thinking, okay, but then you start getting 100, and you think, okay, this isn't bad, and then you start getting 1,000, you're like, whoa, what's going on here? But that was a Biffa challenge. 2,500. Okay, that's cool. Come on, little bit. There we are. Okay, that's just going to gently creep forward now, which is nice. It's one of the things I like about the diesel mechanical. So while it's doing that, I'm looking at brakes. My power grid says I'm low on battery power. Oh dear. That doesn't sound good. You beat him with it. Yeah, you beat Biffa at a challenge. Wow. Nicely done. Mr. Roundabout himself. I did consider the new City Skylines. The only thing is that it released in a poor state. So I'm waiting for it to get a few patches, and I'll give it about 6 months. And then I'll look into it. Although, if you want City Skylines, but you want hardcore, Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. That's hard. As a city builder, that's hard. Oh, hello. For a minute. It may be because of the way the cloud, I thought the cloud was, but I thought the smoke coming out of the engine. What's going on? All right. You accidentally removed the wire. Problem solved. Yeah. You're on coal power already, Cooper. Good lord. Yeah, I know. Well, it's about right for me, isn't it? Okay, what's the next bit? Okay, next one is... he says, looking at his tab bar, FH92. Okay, FH92 is where? First place I always look is the E-yard. It is in the E-yard, it's in E1. Okay, let's do a little bit. Okay, let's get the switches ready. And this is where it's really handy to have a remote dispatch, because I can literally just do that. Let's see if it'll pull in that gear. Ooh, blimey. It struggled a little, but yes. Wolfgang, I must admit, I haven't watched any of your Satisfactory videos yet, but I will.